Yo, what's up, bro? Can you hear me or no? I think there's something messed up with my thing. Give me 1 second. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let
All right,
me,
cool. I can hear you now.
uh, is it possible to leave and then come back? Like you
Yeah, you should
entered.
be able to. You have a problem with something?
Like my mic didn't connect when I was entering, so I don't think I'm talking through my mic right now.
No, I can hear you.
Like perfectly.
Yeah, it's just I guess a bit quiet. Now I can't hear you. All right, guys, give me 1 second.
Okay, I think it should be good now.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. Just give me 1 second.
Alright, cool.
Just wanna download something real quick. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling so good. You already know. You already know
Mm,
this.
I wonder why.
uh,
You know how I'm feeling right now, bro?
I know exactly how you're feeling.
You
And
know,
I used to feel like that before, bro. I tell you right now, I don't know how that feels anymore. I
nah,
don't know how
bro.
that feels
I
anymore.
don't know what you're talking about right now. I'm not feeling how you think I feel right now, bro.
How do you feel?
Feeling good right now, man.
Yeah?
I'm chilling right now, bro. I'm not stressed about anything because at the end of the day, let's talk about one thing. Get at the
Mm.
end of the day, what is really football?
Please, don't even start. Please, please,
What is really
please.
football?
Football is
Football is a
life.
game. Why you're trying to use my the name of my channel against me, huh?
Football is life. Football is vida. Football is life.
Man,
Come on,
bro,
man.
man, bro. But yeah, so it says as musicals other brothers. Yo, it's I'm getting a notification. I don't know if you have the application open in another tab or something.
Oh shit! Wait 1 second. Okay, is it good?
Yeah, you think you're good now. All right. Let me just get something up. Make sure everything's good and dandy. Armando Flores 2-1. Armando 2-1. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to see if I can get my. Well, this is like my first time using this, bro.
Yeah, you're good, man.
I'm kind of new to this, so
Like
yeah,
Riverside or
yeah. And in general, Barca reacts. Yo, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? It's not feeling good so far, but not feeling good tonight. But man, a lot of things to talk about, bro. But I man, Classico. It's El
yeah.
Clasico. The first Clasico of the 2025-26 season. Real Madrid come out on top at the Bernabeu. 2-1 win. Well, from Kylian Mbappe. Go from who scored the second goal?
Belligo.
Oh yeah, Bellingham, and for us, Fermin Lopez, man. So what can I say, man? This was such a disappointing match. I was genuinely so disappointed. I'm sure for yourself, you were happy being a Madrid fan, and at the same time, a Man U fan because you guys won yesterday too against Brighton, which is crazy.
And Man City lost. So
Man U and City, that actually surprised me. That was crazy. I thought there's no how did City lose against Austin Villa, who have been terrible so far this season, but who cares about that? We're talking about El Clasico today, man. Tell the viewers how you're feeling right now, bro.
I mean, bro, I'm feeling good, man. Like we did the episode, we said how important it is that Madrid don't go 5-5, right? Losing the El Clasico, and we
Yeah,
came out with fight.
yeah.
Like we actually tried to fight in the game. I think that we started the game a bit off. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think if we had continued playing the way we started in like what the first 10 minutes, I think that would have lost like 4-0, and it won't have been close whatsoever. But I think that after that Mbappe goal got called for offside, I think that we kind of like got life and then just went from there, man. Like, you could actually see the fight in the game. You could actually see the players, everybody putting in a shift in the game. But I couldn't have been happier with the shift that we put in because, like, we played as a team, as a unit. I think that that's one thing I'm always asking for with this Madrid team. Can we play as a unit, right? Like, we didn't see too much of that maybe in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
can we do that this season? And right now, that's the thing about us. Like we look more compact than we did last season. We look more like we play as a unit, and that's what I'm happy with. So I'm not just happy with the win. I'm happy with the way that we won.
Yeah. For me, like there's different types of feelings when it comes for a Clasico. You're mad, you're sad, you're disappointed. I think those are the three main ones. I would say
Mm,
mad and disappointed a bit in the same category, but sad it's like a different type of. To be sad after a Clasico loss, it comes down to, let's say your team performed well, you did pretty good, but it wasn't your day. You didn't win. The other team won
yeah.
marginally, whatever the case may be. But to be mad and be disappointed, it's all on because of how your team performed. I wasn't sad at all that we lost. I was just very disappointed in because in this game I saw no effort. I saw that our players just were so out of it in this game. It looked like Madrid 100% wanted it more than us, which I understand why they would because of all the talking beforehand and because the Algors they don't want to lose in their crib again. They don't want to lose at the Bernabeu. They don't want to lose in front of the fans and go for 5 for 5. So it clearly looked like they wanted it more than us.
Hmm.
The only thing I'm happy about is that you guys didn't, like, I guess, get a higher score line, which it could have been at moments.
Could have been, man.
But at the same time, it could have been where we tied it up. It could have been maybe we could have won the game, but we had little of those opportunities compared to you guys. But I'm just so disappointed. Like that first half, it was torture to watch. I'd say, I mean, that goal from Mbappe, the offside one, the first one, just came out of nowhere. Because I thought, like, all right, we're getting into the game, we're getting the rhythm. Like the way the game started, is literally the exact same way the game started against at the Bernabeu last year, where you
Mm.
guys we play in the corner, little throw-ins. I don't know, it was looking like a bit like that game, but I would say the first couple minutes you guys were pressing us high. We were trying to get in the rhythm to the game. We I wouldn't say it was terrible from us, but it obviously looked like Madrid were coming in with a game plan. You guys were hitting us, and then boom, out of nowhere, Mbappe hits us like that, and then after that, you guys, I guess, just were a little bit more in control. But that first half, well, what do you think?
I think, like I said, for the first half, I think we started a bit slow, and I remember the Den Hausen mistake, for example, right? And those type of things, like you're looking at it and you're thinking, is this how we're coming in this game? Like we talked about intensity, we talked about like who's on it on the game, right? And it didn't look like we were on it at the start. And I think immediately after that Mbappe goal got chopped out, right? Because they already celebrated, everybody was happy. So you can imagine the goal getting chopped out. And now that's now a big moment in the game because it's like, okay, how are we going to react? Are we going to be sad, feel hard done by, or are we going to be like, oh, we can actually do this and get a bit of belief in the game, right? And I think that it was the latter. We got the belief, and then we started thinking, oh wow, like we can win this game. Like there's goals for us in this game. And then you see your guys like Vinny stepping up. You see Mbappe stepping up. You see the combination play between Kamavinga and Bellingham. I don't even want to get like I'm going to get into that at some point. I talked about it in my post game review, but that whole right hand thing. I can't even right now. But yeah, I think that we looked good in that game. I think that we, like I said, we're compact, we're defensively sound. Obviously, you talk about the whole haram ball, all of that, right? But I mean, you do what you have to do to win sometimes, right? Like, we're playing against Barcelona in the Clasico. I've lost our last 4 games. Like, we're not about to lose a fifth. So you can say we defended, we can say this and that, but at the same time, like, if we're defending so much and you guys have the ball, because you guys had what, 68% possession, right?
Yeah.
If you have that amount of possession, and then you look at the XG, I hate those stats like the XG, all those type of things. But like when you're looking at possession versus chances created versus XG, and you look at how low Barcelona's XG was, both from open play and from set pieces and whatnot, right? Like you can just tell how the game went. Like Barcelona had all this possession, especially in the second half. Okay, what are you going to do with the possession? Nothing. Like you guys were passing side to side, passing back, kind of recycling the ball in like the halfway line and everything, and it just wasn't productive enough from you guys, and that's played a major role in why we're able to win this game so dominantly. It could have been more. I think Xabi Alonso made some of the wrong substitutions. Honestly, I'm not wrong, but I think that he made so many substitutions that like it kind of affected the flow of the game. Obviously, everybody's talking about the Vini substitution, right?
Mm.
Um, and I think that as much as I didn't back that substitution whatsoever. Vinny was our most threatening attacker today, but at the same time, um, the manager made a call. You can't really argue with him, right? But when Vinny got subbed out, you could kind of tell that the game had kind of like switched in terms of like, okay, now Barcelona have more because like we don't have an outball anymore. Like whatever Vinny was doing on the left, we didn't have that anymore. But yeah, I think that that was kind of like the wrong sub, and I think that bringing on those subs at a time we were trying to like defend the game and everything, trying to maybe score a third goal, potentially taking off Mbappe, all these type of things. Like it's
Man.
it's long, man. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we won the game at the end of the day, so masterclass.
Yeah, the second half looked like I thought we were playing Atletico Madrid for a second there. The way
Nah,
you
don't
guys
even, don't
were
even.
defending, but I mean overall, that second, yeah, we didn't create anywhere near enough. The clearer chances overall throughout the whole game were little to nothing. The first one was obviously the goal, because that first half it was just the goal that we created. Basically, that we didn't create any other dangerous opportunity that I can at least remember. I don't remember any other dangerous opportunity. Uh, Second half, I'm trying to remember. I think it was just
The
the
Fermin
the
chance.
Fermin where I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what was going through his head there to go for it, go at it himself. Because I in my opinion, that would have been a game changer.
Yeah,
In my opinion, that would have been, obviously getting us back into the momentum. And Fermin, I don't know, stupid decision to go at it himself. If he had scored it, okay, we would have been talking different. But he shot it right at the goalkeeper. He had Marcus Rashford right there by himself, and I don't know why he was selfish. Or even if he passed it to Ferran would have crossed into the middle and then scored. But the second half of how Madrid playing a mid block, playing a bit of a low block as well. It
yeah,
reminded me of the Copa del Rey final where Ancelotti came in with that game plan in the first half, because in the first half it was the same situation as the second half where we had the ball, we were passing the ball back and forth, we were trying to break you guys down because you guys were playing a bit defensive, didn't want to, and you guys try to hit us on counterattacks. But the difference was, for one, we were pressing much better in that Copa del Rey. We pressed
yeah,
way much better than where to the point where you guys, every time you guys recovered the ball, you guys did nothing. You guys couldn't hit us on counterattacks. I remember Rodrigo like put up a stinker that first half, and he got subbed out basically second half. And Benny also, we shut him down too. That's the difference though, big. But this one, you guys got the ball and immediately hit us on counters and caused
yeah.
many problems. And of course, at the same time, that just tires the players out. But the main thing that really upset me was just absolutely no character, absolutely no, how do you call it? They just no intensity at all from the
No fight.
players. Yeah, no intensity, no fight. Like they were, every time you guys hit us on a counterattack and we quote unquote stopped it, or like you guys just weren't effective on it. We get the ball back, we start pushing, jogging, walking.
Yeah,
Frankie slowing it down for some reason. We weren't quick. I don't know what we were thinking. I don't know what we were doing. We were just playing it slow and let everyone come back to their side and boom, set up again. And they
yeah,
set up again. I'm like, there is just no way we're doing this right now. How do we expect to get back into this game if everyone's slow, everyone's quiet? And then when we go into the individuals, Again, against a low block against any side is going to be difficult, especially a team like Madrid. But we've gone up against low blocks, and who's been the main game changer? It was Lamine. But for this game, Lamine pretty much did nothing. The only dangerous chance he really created was the one for Juice Koundé, who we'll talk about in a second because Jesus Christ. But he crosses it into Koundé, then Koundé just completely messes it up. But besides that, it was just so bad for Barcelona. But do you think there's any type of concern that Real Madrid, I guess, you got like I mean when I'm looking at the stats here, you guys definitely had like the better stats, right? You guys were in control most of the match.
Mm,
In terms of attacking, I guess you had more XG and everything, but I would say a lot of your shots were at I'd say like the opportunity you created was good, but a lot
mm,
of the finishing was straight at Chesney. But do you think there's any concern of that you guys probably just aren't effective enough like going forward like to kill a game off because we've seen a lot of these situations where a one goal lead and two goal leads probably not enough and I'm jacking against like a better side than what Barcelona were today, like an Arsenal, like a Bayern Munich, not being effective enough for getting these opportunities you know could hurt you in the future.
yeah. Um, I won't say I'm concerned because I know the players that we have, right? Like we have Mbappe up top, we have Vinny, who is not necessarily clinical, like won't score all his chances, right? But he will score. And then we have Bellingham, who is just a very good player, right? Very smart in position himself and everything. So I won't say I'm concerned. I'll say obviously like we could have killed off that game. Like you said, we could have had like 3 or 4. It could have been a lot more than it was, and then it was 2-1. We're defending us tight lead and everything. So if Kunde had finished that chance, for example, like who knows, like this would be a whole different narrative. Maybe we won't be saying Xabi Alonso masterclass. Maybe we'll be saying Xabi Alonso too defensive, right? So those type of things, those it's just small margins. Because I don't want to bring United into this, but I remember what Amorim said after we beat Liverpool, right? Like, Cody Gakpo missed like how many chances that hit the bar and everything. And Amram said that, like, 20 centimeters is all it would have taken for them to change the narrative of that game. 20 centimeters, and it would have been like, oh, this wasn't a masterclass, like why you starting Maguire, stuff like that, right? So that's how you look at this game as well. Okay, we went into this game with like a low block slash mid block and everything. If we had lost, oh, Madrid are too pragmatic, oh, why they defending against Barcelona in that house, why they're not trying to attack more, you have lost 4 games in a stretch and everything, right? So it's all about controlling the narrative, and controlling the narrative, you have to win these sorts of games, right? So whatever game plan you put out has to be effective. So we had the game plan and we talked about it in the pre-game review, right? Talking about how like is who's more clinical that day. You have to step up and you have to step up clinical. And we
Yeah.
were not necessarily clinical because we missed the penalty, we missed a few chances here and there. But I would say that like we did create a good amount of chances. We did kind of like I said, as much as you guys had a lot of the possession wasn't really productive, right?
Oh,
Like
Madrid. Madrid don't care about having possession.
exactly, right? So, and then like it's not even just about not caring, it's about okay, we give you guys the possession, but where are you holding the ball, right? Like if you're holding the ball at the halfway line, if you're passing back, we don't really care about that whatsoever, right? So the clinical part of it, maybe we should be bagging more goals in that game. Like Barcelona last season were bagging more goals. That's why the scorelines were so like 5-1, that type of thing, right? But I think that if we had actually taken most of our chances, if we had scored the penalty, for example, then it's a whole different game, right? But yeah, maybe we should be a bit more clinical in the future.
Yeah. I mean, for you, I think. I mean, in my preview, I said there was three players I would have kept an eye on for this game, like cause of concern from Madrid. One, Mbappe, obviously. Two, was Valverde, who I thought was going to be a lot more attacking. Not really this game. I think his
Mm,
game was mostly defending, obviously, and man marking Rashford, which he did an excellent job doing. Like, man, Rashford is he got me frustrated during that game. And out of the Guler and Bellingham. Those were the main players I was looking at through this game,
yeah.
and mostly out of the Guler and Bellingham because I knew Madrid's game plan was try to. Because honestly, when it comes to our high line and everything, it wasn't like you guys exposed it at every second. I thought like you guys definitely relied on individuals like Vinny, who I thought was great in that first half, causing problems. I think you guys were flowing more as a unit, going attacking, rather than just relying solely on the high line because that that pass from Bellingham was just man, whoa,
Ridiculous.
it was a crazy pass. Like it really just came out of nowhere, unexpected. Great pass to Mbappe, and then boom, right? But we caught you guys offside a couple times as well. But it was I wouldn't say it was a matter of our high line was exposed. It was more of a matter of you guys collectively were better and individuals definitely influenced that game. Like Vinny on the left hand side because cool they put up a disaster class. The way that you like you mentioned Jude Bellingham, Camavinga rotating with each other, the amount of space we would give Bellingham at times where he would just invert himself into the in between Balde and Eddie Garcia, or run through the middle like he usually does, and we just leave him alone completely. It's just a matter of we were nowhere near good enough, but Bellingham and Arda Güler were the main guys I was looking at because if there's any game changers, it's going to be them. Arda
Mm,
Güler because of how great he's been and creative he's been so far this season,
mm,
and if anyone's gonna find Mbappe making those runs, it's gonna be either of them,
mm.
Bellingham and Arda Güler. Today it was Bellingham, but at the end, Mbappe got man of the match. Would you have given him man of the match?
Not even close,
No,
man. Not
right? Like
even
I don't
close.
know why they gave him man of the match. I mean, like he scored the goal, but he missed a penalty and overall performance. Like, all right, cool, but it's like a matter of like, Mbappe was playing that striker role, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like he had an outstanding wild performance like where he annihilated. Like I thought Vinny had a better performance than
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe in this game. But who would you have given it to?
Traumeni, 150%. Like, I told you coming up to this game, right, that like Traumeni was the guy I was looking at, right, depending on who starts next to him, whether it's a bias or anybody. But I think the like my stance was Traumeni was going to be important regardless of, because I've watched Barcelona this season, especially the Sevilla game, right? And I've just seen how sometimes you guys can be kind of like complacent in midfield, and looking at a player like Chouameni who is so aggressive but also composed at the same time. Like he's not aggressive to the point of like being a risk on the pitch. It's more like I can depend on him to get the blocks, to get interceptions and everything. Obviously, this time wasn't about getting interceptions further up the pitch. It was about like doing the work in front of his own backline, right? And he did it to perfection. Like that second half from him is, I don't even know how to put it to words. That second half from him was amazing. Like the blocks, the his presence overall, and the fact that I can still depend on him to like, okay, we need a ball outside of this. Like we need to get the ball out. Germany, get this ball out for us. We are passing and whatnot. Like the fact that he can do all of that, like he's living up to that potential that we thought that he had. Because Chouameni, when we were signing him from Monaco, we looked at him, we thought this guy is going to be one of the best DMs in the world. I feel like two of our midfielders right now that we have are not necessarily in that conversation, but they should be by now based on that ceiling, and that's Trameni and Kamavinga. When we're signing Kamavinga, we're supposed to be talking about, we thought that we'd be talking about him in the same conversations that we're having with, like, Vitinha, Caicedo, all these other guys, right? But, like, we haven't had those conversations yet. Multiple reasons. Kamavinga in and out of the squad with injury is not really, has not necessarily shown growth in terms of like decision making, kind of making rash tackles and everything. And Trameni always being rotated as a centre back, CM today, DM tomorrow, all those type of things, right? So he has never been able to like say I'm a DM, I'm going to continue to progress in this role. But I think that since Xabi Alonso came to Real Madrid, him playing that DM role consistently, he has been one of our best. He has been probably flat out our best player. Like if you're talking about every single game that we played this season, who has been our best player? Probably Trameni. And Trameni came up big today. He was the reason why we were able to defend that lead. Him and a lot of other people. I'll say Militao as well was really good today. But if you give me a man of the match award to award somebody, I'll say Trameni for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. I thought he was making a lot of recoveries. Like, yeah, it was very frustrating. I would say you guys playing low and him just being there is he just made it 10 times harder for us because in that second half, as much as people like are not gonna rate him at all, especially after he got his red card, Pedri, I thought Pedri was the only one actually trying to progress us, actually trying to do something, because we saw in moments where we had no options at all. No one was open. We had nothing to break you guys down. So Pedri's like, all right, let me try it myself. And at times he would run in between your players and try to create something, but it's just not enough because at the same time, Ferran Torres shit touches, Rashford non-existent, Fermin. I mean, he got some shots up, but it was so poor. His shots either so soft. Like it was just so bad today. And then, but it def. I'm not gonna take away any type of props from Madrid, but at the same time, do I think it's something you? I want to ask you that too. I don't know if it's sustainable because I was saying after the Clásico that if they play like this against an Arsenal side, if they play like this against a Bayern Munich side or a better side, I guess more defensive than us, obviously, then I don't think it's going to work for you guys. Of course, Xabi Alonso is an intelligent manager enough to adapt to situations, but at the same time, it's just like it's something I've been seeing with Real Madrid throughout this season, where probably enough going forward, they're probably just not too effective like they probably should be compared considering the players that they have. I mean, who have you guys like really destroyed besides Karat, Almari, whatever that team
Yeah,
was? I don't know who else. I mean, you scored four against
Levante.
Levante, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a matter of do you think it's sustainable playing this kind of way?
I mean, I always talk about the fact that like Madrid depends on individuals at times, right? Especially going forward. But at the same time, like you look at Real Madrid's culture, you look at our past, our history, and everything. Like we have always just had that amount of quality in our squad to be able to just like depend on them. Like whether it's Cristiano, whether it's R9, whether it's Zidane, like you can call every single person Benzema, Bale. We have that quality to always kind of like depend on them. Obviously, we always have the quality in behind them, your Cruz, your Modric, all these other guys, right? So do I think that it is sustainable? I don't think that it's sustainable to depend on individuals to win you games all the time. I don't think that it's sustainable to necessarily say like in the Vini and the Hetafe game, for example, Vini go rage bait the Hetafe players, right? Because that's essentially what Vini was brought on to do. I don't think that Vini had any intention whatsoever of going there to score a goal or assist or anything. I think he just went on to rage bait the Hetafe team
Mm-mm.
and then have them
Yeah.
focusing on him, which he did perfectly, right? And then they got a red card. They got two red cards, and then we won the game, right? So that's that, right? But like that's not gonna you can't do that every single game. But at the same time, like you said, Xabi Alonso is a smart manager. I think that he's able to adapt to different situations, right? And I think that in this game he kind of showed the way he was able to adapt. I think the way he kind of used Camavinga and Bellingham in that kind of like right hand side. I always talk about balance every single time I talk about Madrid. The first thing I talk about is balance, and we're such a left side heavy team especially in attack, that like is crazy, and that's kind of thing that affected us, especially last season. Like you're looking at Mbappe wanted to be on the left, Vinny wants to be on the left, Bednar wants to be on the left. When Kamavinga plays in that pivot, he kind of wants to be on the left as well. We're such a left-hand heavy team, and like Alonso kind of going into this game knowing that we need that balance, but also knowing that we need Kamavinga on the pitch at the same time. Saying, okay, Kamavinga, we need you on the pitch, but we need balance in the team. Go play right wing, essentially. Bellingham, go play the right hand side essentially. And I don't want to see you guys on the left unless like you have to like you have to be on the left, right? So I
Yeah.
think he is smart enough to be able to adapt. I think against a team that obviously maybe they're going to be more focused on defending against us rather than like now when we're more focused on defending against you guys. Maybe he does start a Mastantuono or a Brian Diaz in the right, knowing that we need to help try and break them down and everything. But I don't know. Sustainable. I think that if you're smart enough, it can be sustainable because, I mean, how many seasons do we watch Madrid and think we're so good at breaking teams down, right? Or do we just think we just have bomb players, like we just have like the best players in the world? You just have to
Yeah.
think about it like that, right? So I can't really say, but I'll say that with Xabi Alonso coming in, I kind of hoped that he'll be able to bring that different style of football, not necessarily depending on individuals to always bail us out and everything, right? But he's going with the times, right? Like he has the players. Why not try? Why not try it? And maybe at some point he does instill his style of football into the Madrid team.
All right. Interesting. Um, quickly talking about I guess the controversies of the game.
Yeah,
Because there was a lot of I would say controversies, a lot of man going on Twitter right now is pissing me off. But man, what a game, man! Vinny is so back from Dave. Man, is Vinny back? Do you think Vinny's back?
I think he's giving me more this season than he did last season, which is all you can ask for, really. Like last season, I think it was stinker after stinker after stinker, like 5 games in a row.
But how did you feel about his reaction about getting subbed off?
It was poor. I think that it was poor. I think that it kind of brings a sour taste to like an otherwise perfect day, right? But and you look at that substitution, right? And I look at it and I'm thinking that that's the wrong substitution. But Vinny is not obviously reacting because it's the wrong substitution for the team. He's reacting because he doesn't want to go off. But at the same time, he has been the best attacker. You can imagine being like being kind of in and out of the squad because Alonso has said in the past that the left wing spot is not secure. Maybe nowadays it's more secure with Vinny playing and everything, but it is not secure. So you can imagine that every single game he's trying to like earn his place in the team, trying to show that it is
Mm.
secure. I'm here, right? So you imagine a game like this where essentially he's the best attacker on the pitch. Like he was better than Mbappe, better than every single person. Maybe Bellingham arguable, right? But like he was the best attacker on the pitch, and he gets subbed out. He gets subbed out first out of everybody. So you're probably thinking, if even in this game where I'm the best attacker on the pitch, I'm getting subbed out. Like, what can I do to impress you? What can I do to be that guy that you depend on, right? So I can imagine his frustration, but at the same time, you can't argue with the manager, especially publicly. Like you can go behind the scenes after the game, just be like, "Yo, why me?" kind of thing. But bring that public display, shouting, yelling, going
You
into
could.
the
He went
tunnel as
straight
well.
into yeah. He went
Yeah,
straight
and
into the
then
tunnel.
maybe someone convinced him to come out. Maybe he just decided to come out. I don't know. But like doing all of that when we're winning as well can effectively or affect like the players on the pitch, the mentality, just like seeing everything that's going on. Like
Yeah, I was hyped when he was doing that. I was like, "You're killing the morale. You're dividing.
I can
You're
imagine.
you're dividing the team. Let's go. Let's do
Yeah,
it."
exactly.
But
So you
yeah.
don't want to do that when you're winning, but at the same time, like I can understand the frustration, just wanting to prove himself, and in a game where he's proving himself, kind of getting subbed out. It's just like, what do you want? What else do you want me to do, right?
No, yeah. Um, but going, I guess, into the here, Dave said, in my opinion, he was wrong. Like, what else has the person to do to get the full 90 minutes? I mean, in my case, I was scared even with Rodrigo coming on because we know Rodrigo's obviously still a threat. When he came on, he didn't really do much, but I mean, at that point, I didn't really care because we were just suffering throughout the whole match. I was like, all right, Vinny Rodrigo coming on, it doesn't really matter to me, especially Mbappe's still on the pitch. So Mbappe had that one little chance where a beautiful fucking a beautiful turn gets past Araujo, but thankfully didn't do anything with it. But for me, it didn't really mean much. But it's also a matter of Xavi, I guess, asserting that he's still the decision maker, that the main guy is Mbappe, because Mbappe is never gets subbed off, right? So that he trusts him, and then. But it is weird to me that he does take out Vinny. I don't know if it's to keep him level headed. I don't know if it's to give Rodrigo opportunities because he still sees something in Rodrigo. I don't know what the case may be, but it's clear so far this season that Vinny's been the better player. That Rodrigo, he's going to have to ride bench because he has nothing else. But going into the controversy, I guess, from this game, I guess the first one was the penalty on Vinicius Jr. in the first half. Was that a penalty for you?
The Lamine one, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is, yeah?
I would
I've
have been, first
seen
of all, I would have been sick to my stomach if that
if
was a
they gave
pen,
it,
if
yeah,
they gave it,
yeah.
because Lamine, oh, he would have been killed. He would
You
have
know
got
what?
killed.
You know what's so crazy? Like, when I first saw it, I was like, "That's a clear pen, right?" And then they
Yeah, me too.
replayed it, and then they cancelled it. And then I looked at it, and I looked at it, and it's so crazy because I've seen post-game reviews, I've seen people talk about it, where it's a controversy, and people said, "How do you cancel that? How is that not a pen?" But I'm actually looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a pen. Like, I don't know if like I think sometimes what I try to how do I try to frame it right is if it was my team that they put that against, like would I be happy? Would I say it fair enough? Like obviously I'm never happy, right? But like would you say fair enough? And I don't know, I looked at that and I was like, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'll be like fair enough, right? So
Yeah, I guess they'd interpret it as he wasn't going for Vinny's leg. He was trying to go for the ball, and then
mm,
Vinny, I guess, kicked him. But it's whatever because you guys got the penalty later into the game or in the second half. Which I mean, you just said that hey, if that happened to your team, you'd be upset.
yeah, no,
What are you
that
saying?
wasn't a pen. So that
Thank
one
you,
was,
bro.
but I think you know what it is, yeah. Like I think the referee, because the referee in this game was kind of
He's an
disgusting,
idiot.
bro. He's like, bro, honestly, La Liga referees at times can be the worst referees on the planet, right? Like it's crazy, but I think he was trying to cancel out his mistake because I think that he maybe that was a mistake in the first half
You
and he was
said
trying to
cancel
cancel it.
out his
That's what
mistake.
I think he was good. That's what I
Cancel
think
out
he
his
was doing.
mistake.
Cancel out his mistake. I think he saw an opportunity to be like,
He
okay,
should
let me at least
should be
let the play
arrested for
through,
that if he's
right?
trying to cancel out his a mistake. What?
Honestly,
Bro, like
Honestly,
I saw I heard the commentary too, and they were upset with it as well. They were like, "How are you gonna make this kind of decision in such a big game?" I mean, at the end, Mbappe didn't score it, but it's still a
the
matter
ball
of
don't lie,
it.
right?
It
So
could have been a goal. It could have been far worse for us. Where, yeah, I genuinely don't know what how that wasn't a penalty. Um, I'm trying to think. Dave here says I was hoping for Vinny's Panenka to so bad, but he disappointed me. Oh, if Mbappe did that, that would be. I mean, I feel like Mbappe always goes left. He always goes to the goalkeeper's right, or always goes left. However you want to say it. Mbappe actually, yeah. Mbappe, I feel like his penalties, he always goes left. I knew he was gonna go left, and Chesney knew this time too. So thankfully, I guess he saved it. But quickly talking about the goals, like I mean, oh wait, the controversies. I want to see. Do you remember any other one?
uh
Mm. Oh, I have one. I have one. I have
oh
one. We got robbed. We got robbed. We
when
deserve the penalty. Where do we deserve a penalty? I know you know. We deserve the penalty. Come on, don't do this. Don't do
no, you
this.
did it for what?
You know.
For
Don't
what?
lie. You don't know.
You say it so that I know what you're talking. You say,
Oh, okay. You want
you
to play
say,
the you don't know gimmick? All right.
you say.
Cross into the box, into Madrid's
Mm,
box.
mm,
Ronald Araujo trying to
mm.
go for it. Carvajal looking the other way,
Please, please, please,
not
please,
even
please.
looking at the ball, looking
Mm,
at Araujo's body
mm-hmm,
from behind, no shoulder to shoulder contact.
mm-hmm.
Boom!
No,
Brings him down.
no,
No
no, no.
penalty.
You know what it is, yeah? I had the feeling that you were talking about that, but I wanted to be sure what you were talking about. And I'm thinking, because I was watching that on my life, and I said, nah, bro, like you guys were going down like flies today, honestly. You guys were going down like flies. And I think that the referee had that in mind, making those type of calls, knowing that you guys were just trying to win penalties or win fouls or whatnot, right?
I
So,
don't know because for the penalty for that you guys got,
mm,
the referee said play on, right? He said play on,
mm.
and then Valverde comes to his ear, and the ref's like, all right, talk to me. So tell me what you want.
I mean, he's
Tell me.
captain, right?
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. Valverde, Real Madrid, right here. Tell me what you want, and I'll probably go look at it, bro. Tell me. Yeah, I mean, he made the decision, say play on, not play on, and he's like, oh no. You can tell me. You're Real Madrid, so you can tell me whatever you want, man. But I don't know. I don't know. Kind of sus that when Valverde came up to him, he was like, oh yeah, cool. But it's whatever, I guess. But are you still here? I don't know if you're lagging. You might be lagging.
He's like that.
But you're lagging a bit. I can't really hear you
Sorry,
right now.
better. I'm came up, and I think I
Yo, can you hear
can you
me?
hear me now. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. What were you saying?
Okay, cool. I think I did something on accident. That's why. Um, but I don't know. Today, I mean, like I said, Valverde is the captain, right? So, like him going, like it's better that it was him, right? Going there and being like, yo, like, what are you saying about that? Because you see it time and time again where like the referee is like, yo, calm down, and then he's like, oh, captains, come and talk to me, right? So him going to him being like, can you check that again, kind of thing, and checks it again, right? So I don't know,
So
but
the Araujo one wasn't a
I'm
pen.
not. I don't think it was, when I saw it initially, maybe I have to watch it again, right? Maybe it's one of them ones I have to watch again and because like I think the Vinny pen I had to watch it multiple times even after the game to be like, do I think there's a pen? But the other one I didn't really watch it too many times also because like initially I didn't think there was a pen whatsoever. So I didn't even think that was a controversial decision. That's why I was kind of confused when you said that like I was and you guys deserve the pen. I was like, what pen? I don't think that was a controversial decision, but I'll watch it again for your sake.
Yeah, I definitely want you to watch it again because the ball was coming in. Araujo was going for it. Carvajal was looking at Araujo, and he just
Yeah, but like, or did he just like, was it like light or was it like
he
heavy?
bodied him from behind, and with no shoulder to shoulder contact, and he wasn't even looking at the ball. He was looking at Araujo the whole time.
Nah, I don't think it was heavy enough. I don't think it was
We're
heavy
gonna have
enough.
to sort that. Dave says the scoreline could have easily been 3-1, 4-1. if it wasn't for Chesney. That's why. That's another thing. I mean, I agree that our Real Madrid were definitely dangerous, but that's why I was saying that you guys weren't effective enough because you made some great plays, you made some great created some great opportunities, but I guess your shots, your final actions weren't good enough. I would say because what I guess world class saves that Chesney have to make today. So the ones I can remember that were clear cut that were very dangerous opportunities was of course Mbappe's goal, and then Bellingham's goal obviously because that was just terrible defending from Barca. Hoytson when he got into the box from that little cross to him and he gets a toe on it, pretty good save from Chesney. But I would say a majority of your other shots, because you guys had like a bunch of shots on target,
Yeah.
were pretty standard saves that I guess any goalkeeper would have made, even the likes of Chesney, who we know is not that great. But do you remember any other clear cut where they should have definitely scored, and you're like, how did we not score? Because
I don't.
from our angle, it was Fermin, the one for Fermin, obviously the one that we scored, and the one from Kunde. So we had clearly like clear one three chances.
Yeah. For me, I would say there's one that I can't remember who exactly. I think it was to Mbappe, right? So like Valverde created a chance for Mbappe, and Mbappe didn't finish in the first half. Because I do remember Valverde creating a chance, and I do think it
No,
was
I
Mbappe.
think I remember which one you're talking about, but
Yeah.
Mbappe, what I would say was a big contested there,
Mm,
where like he like opened up a little bit too much,
mm.
and he shot it like kind of directly at Chesney. But I don't know. I feel like I can't remember any other clear cut one where you guys should have 100% scored.
In these sorts of games, like you don't necessarily like, especially when you're not trying to break down the team necessarily. You don't necessarily create clear cut opportunities. You kind of take, like you see Vinicius, for example, the kind of like finesse. I can't remember if Chesney saved that or if it went just wide. But you see those type of shots, right? That's what you're expecting in this type of games. A game where you're depending on individual brilliance, except it's from a set piece,
Mm-hmm.
and expecting it to be clear cut, right? So
Yeah.
um I wouldn't blame us for not creating too many clear cut opportunities. And if you're talking about all the teams on the planet, who do you back to not necessarily create clear cut opportunities but get goals in the game? I think, yeah, make it a top three list. Yeah, you're putting Madrid there for sure because of the quality that we have, right? So I don't necessarily. That's why when you asked if it's sustainable, I was just thinking that I don't necessarily mind a game where we're defending, creating chances as well, and the chances are not as clear cut, right? I don't necessarily mind that because like I know we have the quality, but like I said, it's all about the narrative, it's all about the margins. So if we are drawn this game, it's a whole different conversation. I can be saying, oh, we didn't create enough clear cut opportunities, but now I'm saying I don't mind that we didn't create that many clear cut opportunities, right? So it's a
Yeah.
whole thing, man. It's always about the narrative after the game.
Yeah. Definitely. Going. I mean, let me just talk my shit real quick about this Barcelona side because, like I said in the beginning, this game was just very disappointing from Barca. Genuinely no intensity at all to try and win this match. But the main guy of concern, the main guy who I would say cost us a lot, both defensively and going forward, was Juice Koundé. Genuinely, wow, what like such a stinker. I'm surprised he has a 6.3. He probably should have gotten like a 1 because he was absolutely atrocious today. Defensively, when Vinny went at him, when anyone went at him, basically, where he just had his ass out, just like twerking, like everyone like making fun of Van Dyke for twerking. Kunde was doing the
Uh,
exact same thing. He didn't like even try to attempt to go at them and put any type of pressure, anything. Like Vinny just cuts in, boom, so creates a dangerous chance. But going forward is the one that really upset me because the the main thing, like people, I remember in my post reaction video, I had a friend there. Like we were watching the game, and he's like you, a United fan and a Madrid fan, and he was like and of course he likes Rashford, right? So he was like, yo, Rashford got the assist. Why you guys should be going at Lamine about a lot more. And I understand that. All right, cool. You get a goal contribution. All right, cool. You're gonna get some credit. But the difference for me was that Lamine at times, because this is why I also give credit to Vinny and other players also. It wasn't like Carreras and Yamal were left completely in one-on-one situations. Like
Mm.
Carreras had some help.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Yamal had to struggle with that, getting double team, triple team, whatever the case may be. But it's also a matter of Yamal actually opened up space for us at times, right? He would drop back, collect the ball, make a great pass into the midfield, progresses a little bit to try go and attack. And Juice Koundé is supposed to be his partner for that. And every time Koundé got it, he messed it. I would say at times he would do all right. He would make the right pass, but the clear ones where we were straight into your attack, where we I guess got past your defense, Koundé completely messed it up, made some terrible decisions, and that was the main thing that really upset me. That he just made so many bad decisions today going forward. Because I'm jacking. If we had the likes of a Carvajal, you're gonna put a Carvajal, a Hakimi, a world class right back, man, it would have been a different story because we know they can make better decisions than what Kunde made today. But for me, I give props to Yamal more than Rashford because Rashford every time he got the ball, Valverde will be on his ass immediately and take the ball off of him. And then Rashford, especially in that second half, like it's like the first 5-10 minutes, he was making terrible decisions, making bad passes, and basically giving back to Madrid at times. So that's why I said from the attack, Lamine was the only one actually trying to actually do something. But I would say at the same time, Lamine probably, I don't know if he's not fully fit. I don't know if he's 100% yet because he just came back practically from injury like a week ago. I would like he played for the Olympiacos game and then this game, right? So
Mm.
he's only played 2 games in the last, I mean, in practically 3 games in the last month. I don't know. He's been out for a while now. So I'm not sure if he's not 100%. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know what the case may be. But clearly Yamal from our whole attack, who we've already been critical about, was the only one actually trying something. But overall, from your perspective, who would you say actually tried for Barca or actually did something that was positive rather than negative?
I mean, obviously Chesney with the saves, like the saves, were obviously not none, like you said, like a lot of shots were to him and everything, but still you have to be solid, right? For your attackers, your defenders, I won't say there's a lot, right? Like I think your defense was not good today. Your midfield, Pedri, De Jong. I see some people talking about De Jong saying that he was the only one, but I think a lot of his passes were, recycled. Nothing, like
Yeah,
nothing scary, right? Like that's why I
and
couldn't back him. Like,
he slowed it down a lot for us too for some
exactly.
reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. That's why I like to watch these. Like that's why you watch these games. Right? Obviously, it's a Madrid game I'm going to watch, but that's why you watch games because like you can hear what people are saying, talking about like, oh, he's the only one trying. But me, I'm seeing, I'm thinking, yeah, he's trying, but what's he trying to do? Like, is he trying to do anything productive, right? So I don't look at any of your midfielders today and say, yeah, they did something else. I would say Rashford in the first half. I think the same way you're talking about Lamine basically trying. I think with Rashford, he was your most threatening attacker in the first half. I think he was the guy I was looking at thinking that if there's anybody that's going to get GA in this game, goal or assist, it's probably going to be Rashford, and that came to pass, right? Like, he got the assist for Fermin Lopez. He is a frustrating player at times, but at the same time, like, you know, like you said, like Valverde gets tired, all these guys get tired, so it can be kind of hard to break down or, just be effective in the game. So I would say Rashford in the first half, I think he was your most threatening attacker. I would say Fermin Lopez at times looked threatening. He looked like, like he looked like a goal threat. He looked like someone that like we should watch out for. Like he might be that guy to score, and he did score in the game. So he obviously made that bad choice in the second half not to pass the ball. But I don't really see that. Like obviously he should have passed, but him shooting, I don't. Because if he had scored, like I said, it's all about like it's all about what happens, right? Obviously he didn't score. It looks bad, but like if he had scored, everybody would be like, "Whoa, I can't believe it!" Right? So it's one of them ones. But for me, I would say maybe a 5.5, 6 maybe. But Lamine, I'll say before I get to Lamine, Ferran Torres, he's getting bullied by Adam Militao all day. So, like, what do you want, right? Like maybe if Lewandowski was there. I mean, Lewandowski right now, he's not really. He'll still get bullied by Maybe he's smarter, right? But he would get bullied by Adam Militao physically. And then Lamine in and out of the squad with injury. I'm not really judging Lamine too much on this performance. What I would say is that like obviously he had a lot of chats before the game, and that's why people are kind of like. And I think that with Lamine, yeah, you know what I think? I think that Lamine actually gave Madrid players like a fight because like some of them was like before the game, this guy was chatting all shit. Like obviously he did that last season as well, but you're not going to allow him to get away with that this season. This season that like we're better. This season that like we're actually trying to take ourselves seriously and everything. You're not going to allow that. So I think that Lamine actually gave Real Madrid players something to fight for. You saw him getting double team, triple team, and everything. And I would say that with Lamine, he was dropping deep a bit too much at times. Obviously, Kunde is not the most progressive right back, so he does have to drop deep to try and make something happen. But it's not effective. He had a lot of crazy moments like that shot. I remember the shot that he took. Crazy. I don't even know where that shot was going. I think he was getting double teamed at times where Alvaro is just there kind of like keeping him company and then someone comes in to push the ball away. So it was hard for him to be effective in that game. But like I said, he was the one that gave Madrid players something to fight for, right? Like if anything happens in this game, it's not from this guy. This guy's gonna have the worst game of his career, and that's what we made him look like. So I would say honestly I'll give it to Rashford. If you wanted me to give somebody something, I'll just say Rashford for the first half. But I'm not really too impressed with any of the Barcelona players today. Rashford, Chesney, I'm not really too impressed with any of the Barcelona players today.
Hmm. Yeah, fair. I wasn't either. So yeah, I find it difficult to give credit at all. I mean, there were moments, but no. Well, I mean, games are decided in moments for sure, but you got to do better throughout a whole 90. Actually, show that you were the better team, right? But
Yeah.
overall, in the end of the day, Real Madrid deserved this win. What trophy did you guys win today? I don't know. I saw the players like celebrating like crazy, jumping up and down
Yeah,
with each
fair
other.
play
So
clear top of La Liga. It's
I
so
don't
clear.
know. You're talking about the league as they're still going, but what trophy do you guys lift after the game? I don't know.
But don't act like Barcelona fans were not acting up last season after winning all those classicals against Madrid before they had won the title. Let's not act up, man.
Did we
Let's
jump
not act up.
around like that? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
but only reason why Madrid fans are jumping around now is because like I think the season before last season, for example, like you see Madrid won how many classicals. You don't really see Madrid fans like chatting too much. Like when we won, we're like fair play, we won, and then the next season you guys win.
See that that's what I don't like though. That's what I don't like.
But it's
You,
facts though.
no, you guys act so nonchalant. Like this game doesn't matter. Like oh yeah, we beat Barca. It's a regular. No,
Now,
you
no,
can't.
we don't do
Nah,
that necessarily,
yeah,
but
yeah, you do. Yeah, you
no,
guys do,
no,
bro.
we just don't like to act up. Like bro, like now we have 15 Champions Leagues, for example. If we win on that Champions League, do you think we're going to be acting up? Rather, we're going to be sitting down, drinking our coffee, talking about some, number 16 in the bag. Like, we're just that good. We're just that good. But
You're not winning the Champions League this year.
uh,
You're not winning the Champions League this year.
we are winning the Champions League.
I
We are
can
winning the
guarantee
Champions
you
League.
right now, Real Madrid is not winning the Champions League.
And I can guarantee
You could
you
probably you could
right
possibly
now.
win the league because we haven't been in the best of forms, and it's gonna depend. If we don't get our players back, if we don't change something up, all right, maybe. But the Champions League, impossible,
Who's going to win it?
impossible.
Who's going to win it?
Who's gonna win it? I mean, the favorites right now it's Arsenal or Bayern
Bayern.
Munich, right? Those are the guys. Those guys are the favorites. Who do you guys? I mean, you guys got to play Liverpool. You guys got to play Liverpool and City
Yeah, but
as your next toughest matches, right?
yeah,
I'm gonna see how you guys do after that. If you guys beat Liverpool, you could probably, I had them. Everyone had them as favorites before the season started, right? Because of
not
their,
me though, bro.
I don't know, bro. I mean, with the money they spent, I know you were a bit concerned, but right now, how the way they're playing,
Nah, not me. Not whatsoever. Like if you check my tweets from the past, like literally, like even when they signed Isaac, I was like, that it's not the game changer that people think it is. And I actually did an episode with a Liverpool fan, and I talked about it with him. Like I talked about it, and I said that like Liverpool right now look like what Real Madrid did last season in terms of like all this attacking talent. Okay, what about your midfield? Okay, what about your defense? What about like you guys are going to get exposed. You guys are going to lose the big games and everything, right? And you guys are not going to end up winning anything. Last season, we didn't win anything. I think that this season, Liverpool isn't going to win anything. Definitely not winning Champions League. They're not winning the Prem. And
who do you think is winning the Prem?
I can't even. I can't even because, like, the two guys that can potentially win the Prem is like I don't want them to win the Prem, but one of them. You know what? Sunderland. Give me a Sunderland title race, bro. Give me a Sunderland title race. I'll take that any
Oh
day.
man.
I'll take that.
So really you think City's gonna win the league?
No, I think Arsenal are gonna win the league, but I think Sunderland are gonna win the league.
Heck, bro, Arsenal are bottleless. They're bottleless. You know they're not winning any. They're not winning no league, bro.
I,
City got in the. I mean, after they lost today, I don't know about that.
you
So
know what I was saying? I would say that Arsenal can win the league, but Arsenal can't win the Champions League because I don't think that Arsenal, as much as they're good right now, I don't think that they're a tournament team. I don't think. I think Arsenal are more like a project of like 38 games to do well in the league and everything. Maybe go far in a cup run, for example, but I don't think that they are a tournament. I still don't look at them as a tournament team. They have the squad for it, but there's just something about them that doesn't give me. Like Chelsea is a tournament team, for example. Chelsea isn't a 38 game team, but they're a tournament team. Arsenal doesn't give me tournament team vibe. They give me 38 game team vibe, which is not a bad thing, but not everybody's made to win the Champions League, right?
yeah, true. I mean, overall, again, you guys are 5 points clear right now at the top. Um, Looking quickly at your future matchups, you guys got Valencia, you got Liverpool, you got Rayo Vallecano, Elche, Olympiacos, Girona. Like I just don't see you guys losing any of these games really. Um, that's why for us it would have been great also because we have pretty easy games as well. We have Elche, Club Brugge, Celta Vigo, Athletic Club, I guess, Chelsea. Uh, I mean, I've been consistent with it that I think this is going to be a tough battle for La Liga. It's going to come down to I'm going to say towards the end, maybe. But right now, there's definitely cause for concern because last year you guys went up at one point, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
like around November, December time, you guys went up by a good margin as well. Um, but so far, how you guys been playing and the quality of La Liga so far this season, I don't really see you guys losing anytime soon. But we'll see. Maybe it'll come down to the next time you guys play us or maybe Atletico. But that's more about me focusing on how Barca do rather than how you guys do. Because we gotta stay up there, right? We gotta keep on winning. If we don't, then well, what's the point of even thinking about La Liga title? But
Facts.
overall, this was the result of the Clásico. Madrid deserved that win. Barca nowhere near good enough. I mean, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, it's because we didn't have Rafinha, we didn't have Lewa, and all these players." And I agree, they definitely would have been, impactful players coming off the bench. I would say more Rafinha because as much as John Garcia is obviously a massive, figure, from those goals, could he have had an influence? Maybe for the first goal because he does make himself a lot, pretty big in those one-on-one situations. I would say he's better. And the second goal is just like terrible defending from Barca, but I don't know if it would really change much. But I think Rafinha would have been the main figure for us if we wanted any chance, just because he brings leadership and he brings effectiveness when you give him the chance. But hey, I can't complain. We got taken on the chin. We took the L today. Real Madrid won. And the next Clásico will probably potentially be in January for the Supercopa in Saudi, considering we beat Athletic Club and you guys beat Atletico Madrid. So that's gonna be an interesting one. So, hopefully you guys can get the job done against Atletico, and we'll meet in the final. Cause
I will
we're
make it
beating
for this season.
we're beating Athletic Club. There's you're not making no for.
I'll
I
make
don't
it
know. I don't know.
for
You,
this
you, you
season,
think
bro.
both teams could? You think we could get 4-4 again this season in Clásicos? Because like it's gonna come down to Copa del Rey. I think that Copa del Rey is
Yeah,
the toughest one, right? Obviously, getting there.
yeah.
Because it's been years. When was the last time? I think it was
The
2011 the last
the
time they.
Bill one,
Oh no, that was
the
the
Bill
Bale one.
30,
That was the last time.
13,
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So yeah, 9 years since the last time we met in the Copa del Rey final. So hey, we'll see. Maybe
We'll
potentially,
see.
hopefully, bro. But yeah, bro. Thank you for joining me today. I'm sure you had your fun today, your laughs today, your enjoyment for the day, and you're gonna go to sleep well. Well, I will be avoiding Twitter for the next couple hours because Twitter, bro. The moment I opened Twitter after the game, I was, oh man,
Ah,
I was.
God.
I mean, we all know that Lamine was gonna take it the toughest, bro. He was getting destroyed on Twitter, bro. He better put it. He better lock his phone away. just go and do something else, bro. But see, that's the crazy thing, bro. These guys, millionaires, go to their cribs, to their fancy cribs, where they got all the luxuries in the world to get away from the social media world, to get away from all the public news, right? Well, we have to suffer with it. We gotta get cooked.
I go to work tomorrow.
Exactly, bro. That's just how
But
it
I
is,
want to
bro.
ask you one thing before we end. Like, do you mind Lamine, like, being verbal, like, going out to
No,
the.
no, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. He's been doing it since he's joined Barcelona, basically, since he's
Mm,
become the first guy. He's been doing it with Spain too. He's always been doing it, but in the past he's actually performed and done well. Like in Barca React stream live stream the other day, I said I have no problem with it, but now you have to show up because if you don't, you're gonna get absolutely cooked. I don't know. I don't know how the players feel about it because I saw a quote about Rafinha talking about it. I'm not sure if it's real though because on Twitter, everything's made up at this point. A lot of things are made up, but there was this quote, which again I don't know if it's real, but Rafinha apparently said that Lamine is young. He's ignorant with I guess the competition between Barcelona and Madrid, how the past and their history. He's too young for it or something like that, and maybe he shouldn't continue like this in the future. Blah blah blah. I don't know if that's real, but if it is, all right, we'll see if Rafinha talks to him, if Hansi chats to him. They gotta level him they gotta level him too when he needs to be leveled. Right now, for 100% after this game, he has to be humble. There's no he can't be doing this like talking anymore because you just lost I would say three major games in a row where you were talking before the game, and I wouldn't even say like I mean against Madrid I guess you could say talking shit, but against PSG and against Portugal it was a matter of like hey I'm ready for this game, I'm gonna turn up, right? But for this game against Madrid I guess he was talking shit. But again, like going back to that clip and everything, it was a matter of it for those that understand Spanish and for those who watched the whole clip overall. It was like it was like friends bantering each other, right?
mm,
Because the guy who was interviewing him, Ibai,
Madrid fan. Yeah.
he's a Madrid fan. So and Barca and Lamine obviously a Barca fan. So it looked like they were just having a bantering conversation, but of course, on social media, it's going to be a completely
Yeah.
different thing, especially for those who don't understand Spanish, right? And don't understand, I guess, the tone of his voice and how he was speaking and actually watch the clip overall. So, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, said what he said. I think the main one was the cheating scandal that he said about Madrid, that they cheat
Mm,
and stuff. So, of course, that's going to piss them off, right? So, he had to turn off for this game. He didn't. Barca didn't. We'll see if this affects us in the future. Maybe Barca, the whole team would say, "Let me, like, bro, shut up, just shut up and let's play, bro. Like, we gotta continue in what we did last season, and the only way we could do that is by playing as a team, playing as a unit, everyone being on the same page that this is important, and now not one individual just being the standout. So,
mm,
I mean, we'll see how that is in the future. I would say though, before also ending the stream, you saw how they were fighting. They were all fighting after the game, right?
yeah.
I would say, Dani Carvajal,
Mm.
you only have a European title with Spain because of Lamine. So go say sorry. All right, go say sorry to him. You will be nothing
What?
in Spanish football without Lamine Yamal. So go say sorry. You have the
What?
chance right now.
That doesn't even make sense, bro. That doesn't even
What do
make
you mean? Doesn't make
sense.
sense?
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
I don't because okay, well, Lamine is good. Lamine was good in whatever tournament it was, but Carvalho was also good. No, Carvalho is also good. Like you can see, like the same way you're saying right now that oh Kunde, if Kunde was better in the classical, maybe Lamine will be better as well. It's the same way because you
Would
literally
have
said
Spain? Would
you
Spain have
literally no,
won?
but you literally said that because you literally said that if you had a Carvajal, that maybe this game would have been different. You literally said that when we were talking about the
Would
classical.
have Spain won the Euros
They could
if
have
no, no wait, I didn't finish. Would
finished.
Spain have won the Euros
Mm-hmm.
if they didn't have Lamine or if they didn't have Carvajal? Who was
Loki,
more influential?
Carvajal.
What? No, they would have stood no chance if they
No, but
have.
that's the thing. Like as you're seeing in this game, right? Like when one part of the pitch is being affected, like when the vital part, like defense, like when your partner in right back is being affected, you also get affected, like we saw in this Clasico. So if Carvajal is not putting in work, Lamine cannot put in work, like we saw in this game, which is why you made the point about if you guys had a Carvajal, you probably have won this game, or you'd have maybe looked better in this game at least.
But
So
but
because Carvajal is so effective, that's why Lamine is able to be so effective.
but at the same
Facts.
time, Lamine, that tournament was the
Mm-hmm.
best player. I don't know how Rodri got it, but he was the best player. Without him, they would have stood no
Lamine
chance.
wasn't the best player.
Yes, he was. Who was the best player?
Danny Olmo or
Danny
Danny
Olmo.
Olmo or I would say that I don't even think Roger was the best player. I'll say Daniel. I'll say at the
No,
time I was thinking Danny Olmo on. Was I thinking? No, I wasn't thinking Nico Williams. I was thinking Danny Olmo for sure.
no, it was not Danny Olmo.
Or Fabian
It was
Ruiz.
Lamine
Fabian
Yamal.
Ruiz. It
It
was
was
Danny
Lamine
Olmo or
Yamal.
Fabian
Lamine
Ruiz.
Yamal got a goal contribution in every single round in the
Yeah,
knockout
but
rounds.
like who like is was he was influential, in terms of scoring goals and
Would they
everything,
have won
but
against France if it wasn't for Lamine?
again, you're looking at who is making the things tick. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like who is the reason why he's able to tick? Like, okay, Lamine is doing the main things, but who is the reason why he's able to do those things? Who is the reason why this team is flowing?
Himself?
No, because we're
Yes.
looking at this game, we're literally saying that because Conde is so bad, it is affecting Lamine. So doesn't that mean that if these guys are not clicking, if Carvajal is not doing his job, if Fabian Ruiz is not doing his job, doesn't that mean that Lamine won't be able to do his job? If
But my main thing is without
Mhm.
Lamine, they would have stood no chance winning that Euros. They would have not won that Euros at all.
Yeah, but you can't but you can say that maybe without Carvajal being so good as he was, maybe they won't have won the Euros. Maybe you can say that if Fabian
Yeah,
Ruiz
the
wasn't
whole
as good
team
as
was
he
good,
was,
but the whole team
they
was
won't
good.
have.
But the best was Lamine. Without Lamine, they're not winning that.
Mm. I mean, no,
Okay,
fair enough. Like, I'm not gonna hate on. Like, I'm not gonna act stupid and act like Lamine is not one of the best players in the world. Right? He is one of the best players in the world.
uh,
He is one of the most influential
better
players
than
in the
Vinny,
world.
better
I'm not
than
gonna be
Mbappe.
stupid.
Yeah.
Calm down, bro. Calm down. But yeah, calm down, bro. But
What you
yeah,
mean?
maybe
You-
one day, maybe when you
How,
grow,
how many trophies does Vinny have for Brazil?
brother. Does your brother have a Champions League? Let me just ask that real quick. Does he
He's
have a
18.
Champions
He's
League?
18, bro. He's 18. He's gonna
Has he
win
scored
7.
in 2 Champions League finals?
He's gonna win 7 in the next year. 7 in the next 10
Has
years.
he? When is Barca go to? But when last did
We're
Barca win the
winning the
Champions
Champions
League?
League this year,
When
bro.
last did Barca?
We're winning the. Yeah, you see this? Why is he laughing?
Yo, chill out, man. That's so funny. That's actually so funny. No, we're having a serious football conversation. When last did you
I'm
guys win the
serious.
Champions League? When last? Like, we're having a real conversation, bro. Like, there's people on here.
We're winning the Champions League this year.
Okay, bro. I mean, if you say so, I mean, you have to be, delusional
Yeah, I
to
guess.
believe
I
this type
guess.
of things.
But that's where we're gonna end it off. Barcelona will win the Champions League. We'll win the league. We'll win the treble. Winning it all.
Mm.
Real Madrid will go trophyless. They'll get exposed sooner or later. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. We're gonna link up later in the future for sure. A long season still to go, so let's hope for the worst for Madrid and the best for Barca.